Good morning, theatre fans, and welcome back to my channel. So today, Thursday the 2nd of August, I am on my way to the Other Palace in London to see the production Heathers, which I've never seen before. I've heard of it, I've never seen the film, I don't know much about it, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this is about. It's got a great cast and I've got a great seat as well, so it's a little day trip up and back, and I'll let you know what I think of it later on. Okay, and welcome back to the review part of my vlog. So as you've just seen, I went to see Heathers the musical at the Other Palace. Now Heathers the musical is based on an 80s movie starring Christian Slater and Winona Ryder. Now I'll be honest, I've never seen the film, I don't really know much about it. So when I heard that they'd done a musical on it, I'm always interested to see in new musicals, and I've heard that there's a big, huge fan following of this, and that tickets would sell out quickly. So I decided straight away from the off cuff that I would go and see it, and I'm glad I did. So Heathers the musical is a black comedy set in a high school. And it starts off with a new girl to the school, Veronica Sawyer, as played by Carrie Fletcher. And she befriends the three Heathers as Heather Chandler, Heather Duke and Heather McNamara, as played by Jodie Steele, Tashawn Williams and Sophie Isaacs. And they are like the it girls of the school, the popular girls who everybody looks up to and wanting to be. But they're also very sort of stuck up and treat people very poorly and badly. Now, as time goes on, Veronica Sawyer meets a guy called JD, as played by Jamie Moscato, and they form a relationship. And as the story progresses, the three Heathers start becoming a little bit too bitchy towards Veronica Sawyer's friends, and so JD has a plan of trying to bump one of them off, and subsequently they end up poisoning Heather Chandler, and to make it look like to be a suicide, because Veronica Sawyer is very good at forging people's handwriting. So as the story progresses, then Veronica Sawyer also gets bullied and picked on by two college jocks, Ram Sweeney and Kurt Kelly, played by Dominic Anderson and Christopher Chung. And subsequently, JD and Veronica Sawyer decide to also bump them off by inviting them to a field where Veronica thinks that JD is going to shoot them with tranquilizers, when in fact he actually uses bullets and subsequently kills them. And then in the second act, it opens up with the funeral of the boys, where everybody believes that they were two gay lovers and that they were in a secret relationship, hence why they decided to kill themselves as well. As the story progresses, then Veronica starts realizing that this JD character is not good for her at all, and so breaks it off. Now, he doesn't take it very well and subsequently decides to blow up the high school as sort of punishment, and because he has no reason to live anymore, and feels that people are betraying him and so on. So he decides to blow up the school, and Veronica decides to stop him, and subsequently he decides to not blow up the school and blows himself up instead. And that basically is the premise of the whole story. It's a very simple story. It's very, very dark, but also at the same time it's very comedic as well. Now, the other palace is not the biggest of venues, and the stage in itself is very, very small. So what they did with the stage was very, very clever and very, very effective, how a lot of the set doubled up as different parts of the story. For example, like the high school buildings would rotate, and then it would become either a bedroom or the 7-Eleven shop. It doesn't need much set, I'll be honest with you, and but they did it very, very effectively, and they did it very, very well. Okay, so onto the cast, who did a fantastic job. It wasn't the biggest of cast, and a lot of these actors I've already previously seen in other shows as well, so it was great to see them again. So Veronica Sawyer, as mentioned earlier, was Carrie Hope Fletcher. Now, I've seen Carrie Hope Fletcher in many other shows, including in Addams Family and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Obviously, she's done a lot of other shows over the years as well, and I thought she was fantastic. She really, really was. She's practically on stage the whole of the show, and it's such a big character to play as well, and she did a brilliant job of portraying the naivety of her character as well as the strength in fighting back. Jamie Moscato, who I just think is an incredible actor. I saw him in Big Fish, also at the other palace last year, and I just thought he was just a phenomenal actor, and I was vowed that if he ever did anything else I was going to see it. And yeah, so he played the love interest JD. And if I'm being honest, I absolutely hated his character, but then that's what you wanted to do, because he wasn't a nice person at all, and he portrayed him so well that I really despised his character. And doesn't say I didn't enjoy his performance, because I thought he was incredible. He really made me dislike him, and kudos to you. I thought you were brilliant. The three Heathers, I just love their costumes. I just love their screen presence. I mean, the moment they came on stage, they held their own, and you could not keep your eyes off them. You have Jodie Steele as Heather Chandler, Tashar Williams as Heather Duke, and Sophie Isaacs as Heather McNariman. All three of them were brilliant. There was no weakest link out of all, and all three have amazing voices. Just incredible, I'll be honest with you. And I happened to meet Sophie Isaacs after the show. She did come out to say hello, and we had a photo together and had a quick chat with her. But my goodness, she is the spitting image of Kristen Chenoweth. I did ask her that, and she obviously gets it all the time, and I thought she would. But she doesn't sound like her, but just her presence, just her looks, the hair. You know, she's a small actress as well. I honestly thought I was watching Kristen on the stage. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Some of the other characters then, you had Jenny O'Leary as Martha Dunstock, who was brilliant as Veronica Sawyer's geeky friend, who sadly wants to commit suicide by the end of Act 2 because she realises she has been set up by her friend Veronica to attend a party when the other Heathers were going to play a trick on her, and she decides to kill herself. And she has this song just before she does that, and literally you could hear a pin drop in the audience. It was just brilliant. What a voice, and I certainly will look out for whatever she does in the future, because I thought she was very, very good. Now the two jocks, I'm going to be honest with you, I absolutely hated their characters. I don't know if it's because the actors deliberately played them like that, but they just annoyed me so much, and I'm guessing that's what they were meant to do. So if that is the case, then they're very good actors for me to do that, because I did not like their characters at all. They just, like I said, they just annoyed me, and every time they were on stage, it was very childlike, and I just thought, ugh. But I'm guessing that's what it was meant to be, because it was based in high school. But anyway, they were played by Dominic Anderson, and I saw him as Rocky in the Rocky Horror Picture Show a few years ago. And it's quite funny because both boys actually end up in just their underwear in the show. And subsequently, Dominic Anderson also was in just his underwear in Rocky Horror. He also came out to say hello after the show as well. And but both guys, yeah, they played their roles well. Just unfortunately, I just did not like their characters at all. Now, Rebecca Locke, or Becky Locke, I have been a fan of for quite a while now. I've seen her quite a few things, including Mary Poppins, and I do follow her on social media. I just think she's such a nice lady, and I just think she's a phenomenal actress and singer. She has one heck of a power voice, and it was great to see her in another show again. And she played a couple of roles, Veronica's mum and Mrs. Fleming, one of the teachers, and she was just great. You know, her presence on stage was phenomenal and fantastic, and yeah, I look forward to seeing what she's going to do next as well. So there were other characters as well. You had dads and the geeky friends, and you got the college students, high school students, who they all did a phenomenal job. There wasn't a weakest link. They all stuck together and bounced off each other and pushed the story forward. Now, it's not the best musical I've ever seen, I'll be honest. It's very sort of aimed at teens, if I'm being honest. There was a lot of Carrie Fletcher fans in the audience, as well as Heather fans, and a lot of them came dressed in their little check dresses similar to, well, they came dressed like that basically, short skirts, tight tops, who obviously knew all the songs, knew the storyline, they knew when to cheer and laugh and join in. It reminded me, it's a very sort of poppy sort of show. It reminds me very much of Legally Blonde with Eugenius and all those sort of teen cheesy pop, oh hi look at me sort of show. Not as a bad thing. It was a fun show. It was something to wash over you and to enjoy it. Music I thought were great, a lot of upbeat songs. Sadly not memorable, but I'll be honest with you, that's only because I haven't heard the soundtrack before. Had I probably heard the music beforehand, I probably would have enjoyed it maybe a little bit more. Couple of great numbers. I really enjoyed My Dead Gay Son. That was a really fun upbeat song that was touching on a sore subject of within a funeral parlour. Shine a Light was great. Lifeboat, Dead Girl Walking. Like I said, I don't know these songs very well, but I will certainly be downloading the album and actually listening to them again. Now, Heather's has closed now at the other palace, but due to popular demand, because the whole run actually sold out, they have now decided to move the show to another theatre in the West End to open later on in the year. Now, I doubt a lot of the cast will transfer as they've got other commitments coming up, so it'll be interesting to see who the new cast will be when it reopens. I probably would go and see it again if I happen to be in London and I've got nothing else to see. I have got a lot of other shows coming up this year, but yeah, it'd be great. I think a lot more people need to see the show. It's a fun show. Like I said, it's dark in places. Okay, so I sat in D13, and I've got to be honest with you, I think it was the best seat in the house. It is literally third or fourth row from the front. Now, the rake in the other palace is fantastic. There's no bad seat in the theatre at all. It is quite steep. You come in from the top and then it goes down to the stage. The stage is down here, and you sort of sit down towards there. And first few rows, either below the stage or just sort of at level of the stage. D is just right. You are literally sitting as they are standing. So you're sitting there, and the cast members are standing just there as well. So you get an eye-to-eye contact as well. Perfect seat, perfect view of everything. Very, very central. I would certainly book that seat again. I think I've actually sat in it before. I normally get around the same seats whenever I go to a theatre. I've been many times because I've seen quite a few shows in the other palace already. So yeah, highly recommend that seat if you do go to the other palace. So yeah, my overall thoughts and views on the show was, yeah, great show, really good fun. I probably would see it again, but I wouldn't rush to go and see it. It's not one of those shows I really need to see again. I think it is aimed more at teen fans and those who are big fans of the movie as well, which actually I need to see. So I need to go and watch that movie now just to recap and to see how similar it was. But yeah, everybody did a fantastic job, thoroughly enjoyed. And if you do get the chance to catch it in the West End, then please do so. And let me know what you think. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Have you seen the show or the movie? Do you know much about it? What did you think about it? Like I said, I thought it was great. A bit of like fun and entertainment. So please comment down below any thoughts and opinions on it. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What was your favourite song? What was your favourite part of it? And if you like this video or any of my other videos, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos of me reviewing other shows, then please hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications, and you'll be able to see more of my videos. So anyway, thank you all for watching again, and I will see you on the next vlog. So until then, thanks for watching and happy theatre.